Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the February RDC meeting for the City of Lebanon. And we're going to begin this evening with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if we could let the record reflect, all members are present. Mr. Robertson is joining us virtually. He also did stand up in his living room and do the pledge with us. So with that, I believe our first order of business is going to be twofold. So number one, I believe we need to welcome a new member to the table up here. Mr. Craig Parks will be a Lebanon School Board member of the RDC. So they have appointed him to the position to come to our meetings and provide valuable input. So thank you, Mr. Parks. Great to have you here. And then secondly, we have an annual duty to appoint the officers of the commission. So with that, we have president, vice president, and secretary to fill.
Nominations?
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Corey Coots for the office of president.
All righty.
Second that nomination.
So with that, we have a nomination and a second for president for myself to remain in the president's role. With that, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. All right, so that names that one. Who is next up on the list for vice president? Any nominees? I believe Mr. Taylor is in that position currently.
Yeah, Dr. Milliman is.
I believe Dr. Milliman is in that
Therefore,
position
I
currently.
would nominate Dr. John Milliman for the position of vice president.
So we have nomination for Dr. Milliman into vice president. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
A second. All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? Welcome back to vice president, sir. And next up on the list is secretary, I believe, which is currently Mr. Taylor.
I would nominate Dr. Taylor for the role of secretary.
The nomination has been returned, and Dr. Taylor is nominated and second for secretary. All those in favor for that nomination? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. We now have our officers set for the 2021 year. Thank you all very much for that. Moving on in the agenda to our old business. I do not see any old business on our commission rolls, so I will move to, do we have minutes from December? I believe we have minutes from December that we have to approve.
Out a long time ago.
Right.
Has everyone had a chance to review the December minutes? All right, so with that, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd move we pass the motion December 14th commission minutes.
All righty, motion to approve the minutes from the December 14th meeting, and a second from Dr. Milliman. So all those in favor, please sign with an aye. Aye. All those opposed? That carries. Thank you very much. And that takes us up to our new business, which should be the item A on your list, which is resolution number 2021-01. It's a consideration for the properties located at 113 East Main and 115 South Meridian.
Good
Derek?
evening. I need one of those holograms so that I can replay me all night because.
Let's take it up about 70,000 feet.
Okay.
Let's go even higher. We're going up to the 100,000 foot view.
Well, we got the deal accomplished that we all set out to accomplish when we took down the Montgomery Ward building. We have entered into an agreement to acquire the parking lot to the north of the old Montgomery parking lot. And the resolutions in front of you all tonight, starting with the Board of Works, now moving to you and ending up at the City Council, is all part of the process to make this deal happen. So transfer of 113 East Main Street, which is currently owned by the city, where the very first city building sat once upon a time. That parking lot is involved with the us acquiring 115 South Meridian Street. So the deal on the table is exchange of parking lots and some cash in consideration to make up the difference in the value.
Very good. Thank you, Derek. High-level overview. If you were watching the meeting just prior to this with the Board of Works, you have a good rundown of that. Commission, I believe we've also received a rundown of the proposed exchange. And just for the public's information, it started in the Board of Works. Board of Works is looking to grant authority to transfer the property to the Redevelopment Commission. From there, the City Council will confirm that, and it will come back to the Redevelopment Commission for a final review. So a total of 4 steps. This would be step number 2 in the process. And before we get into any commission comments, Rob, would you like to read it into the record?
Thank you, Mr. President. Commission, this is Resolution 2021-01, where it is accepting the transfer of property from the City of Lebanon Board of Works and Safety pursuant to Indiana Code. And so pursuant to Indiana Code, the Board of Public Works and Safety has the custody of all real property of the city. This Lebanon Redevelopment Commission is established and authorized to transact business in Indiana in order to administer certain redevelopment and economic development activities. The city owns the real property located at 113 East Main Street, and that's set forth in Exhibit A. The city believes that the transfer of title to the city property, which is defined in this resolution, to this commission to hold and dispose of in accordance with the act will be to the benefit of the public health and welfare and in the best interest of the city. Indiana law authorizes the city to transfer property to another governmental entity upon terms and conditions agreed upon by the entities, provided that each passes substantially identical resolutions. This commission may acquire by gift any real property needed for the redevelopment of areas needing development that are located within the corporate boundaries of the city, and the city and the commission are political subdivisions. This recital further states that the city desires to transfer the city property to this commission, and this commission desires to accept transfer of the city property. The city and the commission agree that no money shall be paid by the commission for the transfer of the city property to the commission. Earlier this evening, right before here on February 8th, 2021, the Board of Public Works approved the transfer of the city property pursuant to Resolution 2021-01, subject to this commission's acceptance. The city and the commission anticipate that the city property shall become the commission's sole and exclusive property upon adoption of these resolutions. Upon transfer of the city property, this commission will commence a process to exchange the city property for the real property that's located at 115 South Meridian Street. And again, that's depicted in this resolution. That is defined as the exchanged property. Therefore, this commission incorporates the recitals by reference. It accepts transfer of the city property from the city. The president of the commission is authorized to execute any and all agreements in order to carry out the matters set forth herein. Each agreement and instrument and other document contemplated by this resolution, again, shall be executed and delivered by the president of the commission on behalf of the commission and upon the advice of council, approval and satisfaction as evidenced by delivery of those documents by the president. This commission is authorized to commence the process to complete the proposed exchange set forth herein, obtaining city council approval in accordance with Indiana Code. And this resolution shall be in full force and effect immediately upon its adoption. As Corey Coots indicated, commission members, this, if approved, would go to the city council this evening. If approved by the city council, there would be a notice of a public hearing that would set forth another meeting by this commission, and a resolution would be before this commission.
Very good. Thank you so much, Attorney Shine. With that, any questions from the commission? Any questions from the public? There's movement in the audience? Nope. Mr. Robertson, were you able to hear all of that? You have any questions, sir?
No, I'm good.
All right, good deal. So with that, I would entertain a motion on Resolution 2021-01.
I move we accept the resolution as presented, 2021-01.
We have a motion to approve, and is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second.
And we have a second as well. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. Thank you very much for that, gentlemen. That does pass our,
Is
yes.
there a time frame on the public hearing? I mean, do we have 30 days? Do we have 45, 60?
So for the time period, we would just need to notice it up 10 days' notice for a public hearing.
10 days?
And so we had discussed, potentially if the commission would agree to set a special meeting. Again, all subject to the city council's approval.
Will statute allow us to conduct that virtually if we need to?
Yes. I would qualify that statute. It's dealing with the overall pandemic and the governor's executive orders that are allowing that.
Very good. All right. That concludes all of the new business on the agenda, unless someone else has anything to add. So that would take us down to an important piece of the evening, which is paying our bills. So with that, we do have two sets of claims, one from January and February. Can that be in a single motion? All right, so I would entertain a motion regarding the claims for January and February. Dramatic pause.
I move we pay our bills for,
All right, we have a motion to pay the claims, and can we get a second on that one?
I'll second that.
And a second as well. So all those in favor of paying the claims, motion with an aye?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? And Mr. Robertson, your favorite motion of the evening, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Perfect, we've got a motion
And I'll second that.
and a second as well. All those in favor? Aye. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for joining the Lebanon Redevelopment Commission meeting.
I didn't know if you knew
18,
that.
30 chop house.